Historic flooding continues this morning across the Plain States. We'll take you to some of the hardest hit areas. And members of one Harlan County group are gathering supplies to take to areas ravaged by tornadoes in Alabama. And family, friends, and colleagues are saying goodbye to a beloved Eastern Kentucky dispatcher.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News This Morning.
Good morning, I'm Connor James. The time is just about 5 o'clock. Let's check in with Brandon Robinson for a look at your forecast this morning. And Brandon, honestly, kind of not an active day, not a busy day, not a rainy one either. I like that.
Listen, we like the word quiet around here. That's one of our favorite words here in the Weather Center. But hey, cold start once again, some frost likely. So get out there, warm those cars up if you're heading out soon. Let's take a look at the satellite and radar. And not much in the way of clouds even this morning. We had a few clouds yesterday morning, but we're kind of quiet as we head across the board this morning. 19 Monticello, 34 Jackson and Hazard this morning. That's the range, and a lot of folks there in the 20s and close to freezing. So the frost scrape alert, you're going to need a couple of minutes to get those cars cleared off or warmed up. So just be ready for that. Temperatures climb later today into the low 50s. I'll have the rest of the forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. Connor?
All right, thanks, Brandon. Well, Vice President Mike Pence visits Nebraska today. He'll get a first-hand view of the major flooding that has devastated the state. Other parts of the region are also attempting to cope with horrible conditions. John Lawrence reports.
Record-breaking floods in Nebraska, producing islands in the landlocked state.
So many people are being displaced. We've got towns that are isolated.
Governor Pete Ricketts says this could be the worst flooding Nebraska has ever seen, but residents are working together.
People are pitching in to help their neighbors. We've had great response from Nebraskans all across the state, and the victims have got a great attitude.
More than 130 emergency declarations made for Nebraska's cities and counties. The Nebraska Emergency Management Agency says this flood has already cost the state more than $205 million.
You got your canoe ready?
Yeah.
Another spot feeling the wrath of floodwaters? Parkville, Missouri.
Seeing it like this it's always crazy.
It's pretty unreal.
This is phenomenal. This is crazy, that it's so deep.
I was shocked.
Major flooding in Green Bay, Wisconsin, where some residents have already started to get rid of damaged goods.
We're just going to get the furniture out, the appliances, just try to clean up as much as we can. Overwhelmed.
Other states affected include Iowa and South Dakota. President Trump tweeting support to both Monday. I'm John Lawrence reporting.
At least three deaths are linked to that flooding. Meanwhile, a group from Harlan is helping people affected by recent tornadoes. The With Love from Harlan volunteers are asking for donations to fill a 15-foot U-Haul to take to Alabama, where 23 were killed earlier this month. Volunteers say their compassion and desire to let their victims know they're there for them is motivating the group to go on a relief trip.
Just seeing people in need. And the need, the want to share love with them and, just be there.
The group will be taking donations until next Monday evening at 4 o'clock. And many in Eastern Kentucky are mourning the loss of a Perry County 911 dispatcher, Levi Grubbs. He died at UK Hospital Saturday morning after a car crash on Friday night. Grubbs posted a hospital selfie on Facebook saying he loved everyone and was in good spirits the night of the wreck. Many people in the community say he will be greatly missed and never forgotten.
And Levi was one that made sure that a lot of officers and EMS and firefighters went home safely at night, and they're going to all miss him too. So it's not just our center, it's the whole community of first responders are going to be affected by this.
His visitation will be from 6 to 9 tonight at the Hal Rogers Forum. The funeral will be tomorrow at noon at the Forum as well. Grant Levi Grubbs was 43 years old. In other news, expect more police than usual at Wolfe County High School today. Administrators say they've heard rumors of a school threat. Kentucky State Police and the Wolfe County Sheriff's Department say they found, quote, no credible evidence of a threat. Class will be in session with an increased police presence. And police have filed additional charges in a Laurel County rape case. Danny Collinger was arrested earlier this month while police were investigating an alleged sexual assault. He was arrested off of Robert Cox Road on March 8th. Detectives now believe he had sex with a juvenile on, quote, multiple occasions in multiple locations. He is now charged with first-degree rape and first-degree sodomy. Collinger is being held in the Laurel County Detention Center on a $25,000 bond. And almost 50 used needles were found dumped onto a Clay County bridge yesterday. Manchester police say they found the syringes thrown across the 2nd Street Bridge. That's just down the road from the city police department and the Clay County Middle School. Officers were able to safely remove the needles from the road and sidewalk. They say whoever is responsible will face serious criminal charges. Thanks for getting your day started with us here on Mountain News this morning. Well, coming up, do you like chicken? If you do, today might be one of your favorite days.
Forecast a little on the chilly side this morning, but a warming trend is on the way. I'll have all the details in about 3 minutes.